Or?
No, definitely not. I took Spanish, in school, and I actually lived in Mexico one summer in college in order, to increase my Spanish language skills. But I've never really gotten to the point of fluency, and I feel like it's always vacillating. Like, I spend a lot of time on it, I get better, and then I let it go for a while, and I'm forever like in this limbo of understanding a lot, not being able to speak super confidently, having pretty good reading comprehension. So translating is first and foremost a way for me to read poets in Spanish, for sure. So it's a laborious form of reading, but it is a way of close reading poets and really kind of getting under the hood. And that's really how it started. It really started, for me at least, it started with meeting Frank Baez in Nicaragua in 2012. And just hearing his poetry and understanding enough of it that I was like, whoa, this guy's like amazing, and like I love what he's doing, and we're almost the exact same age and have a lot of the same cultural like touchstones from being kids, and a lot of the same interests. So when I met him, I was like, oh, here's this Dominican version of myself who we share so many things in common, and yet in a lot of ways could not be more different from me, and has this whole other world that I don't have access to. So it's this great mix of like familiar but also strange, and so I just immediately wanted to translate him, and I had no idea what the end result of that is. I just wanted to do it, and so I asked him, and he said yes, and I started working with his poems, and then from there it was like, all right, like who else, and through reading Donald Justice really heavily, one of his big influences was Vallejo, and so I got into Vallejo and didn't really respect it, but didn't really love the Clayton Eshelman translations, which are sort of the definitive Vallejo translations that are out there. Especially the Vallejo's earlier work, which is pretty complex in terms of rhyme scheme, and the sounds of it are just really incredible. And Eshelman doesn't really focus on that aspect of it. He doesn't try and recreate any of the rhyme schemes. They're very academic translations. They're really obsessed with accuracy, which is important, but I think there's a lot lost in that. So I immediately just wanted to hear the Vallejo that I'd heard people who are fluent in Spanish read aloud. Like, that's the Vallejo that I wanted to hear in English, and so that was my goal in starting to do that. And then I've been trying to translate some of Legna's work, mostly in order to just understand it better. But yeah, I mean, mostly I'm not trying to be the world's greatest translator, and I don't think my language skills are to the point where I could do that, but it's so good for you, I think, as a writer it's like literally putting someone else's brain inside your head. It's an amazing experience, and I love the feeling of doing it.